Welcome, Killtech here. Today I'm going to show you Ninja gas cloud harvesting, guys. That way you can easily do at least 20 million per hour for an alpha clone. This is pretty serious money, and I will show you ship fitting with the ship that you will need. I will give you overview settings so that you will only have the needed things on your overview and not a cramped up shit. Then the skills which you will need, and then I will demonstrate a run with the venture in wormhole space until the ore hold is full, and then I will show you how much money we made. Let's talk about the skills, guys. Minimum skills, you probably only will have to level mining and get gas cloud harvesting for 25 million and level that to 2. All the other stuff you probably should have at least on the minimum skill from the beginning. Gas cloud harvesting you only need to level to level 2 because you can't fit more than 2, and for the Tech 2 gas cloud harvesters you don't need them right now, that they're just too expensive, and actually they're not that expensive, but on the cheap ship you don't need them right now, so don't bother with them. And I think an alpha clone can't level up that high enough to get to the Tech 2 stuff. So on the recommend skills we have evasive maneuvering, which will increase your agility of your ship so that you will align faster. Astromatics range finding and astromatics will help you with scanning down. It will increase your probe strength and pinpointing. No, range finding was. Wait a second. I think range finding was. Advanced operation long range scans 5% increase to scan probe strength as probe strength per level. Yes, this is increasing the strength, and astromatics is increasing like everything, more strength, less deviation, and less time for scanning. Shield management and hull upgrades will increase your armor and your shield total amount of both, so that you can take maybe 1 or 2 hit more before your ship blows up. And mining frigate, this one you should actually level up to level 4, because just let me show it. The ship that you are gonna use is the venture, and the venture will actually give, because it has some traits, for every level that you have in mining frigate you get a 5% bonus to mining shield. That you don't use that right now for gas harvesting, but 5% reduction in gas cloud harvesting duration. So that means one cycle of one gas cloud harvester will shorten. That means you get the same amount in less time. So that's definitely something you want to get. Let's dive into the fitting, guys. The fitting that I like to do on this adventure is a really cheap fit, because you will get shot down eventually, and when it comes to that you want to lose as less as possible. So you of course will need the venture. That is a pretty easy to get ship. It's frigate class, okay. So then you definitely need gas cloud harvester, 2 of those must have. Then we need scanning equipment, core probe launcher with the appropriate core scanner probes. Then you will need some kind of afterburner, because you need to get as fast as possible to the gas to mine it, because there will be spawning enemy, and you don't have a lot of time. And actually it doesn't matter which one, just get a cheap one. So Additionally, I like to have a nanofiber internal structure. If you can get the Tech 2 one, but that's a little bit expensive. You can get the other ones, which are a lot cheaper. It's like you can see. Let me show you again. When I hover over the item, you see in navigations increased speed, increased acceleration, and decreased align time. Let me show you. Inertia modifier affects acceleration and turning speed. So you turn faster, you accelerate faster, and time to enter warp from full stop. You need less time to go into warp. Let's get that. So then you definitely need rigs, because your scanning skills will be bad, I know, but but those graphite capacitor upgrades, scanning rigs, small scanning rigs, are pretty cheap, and they increase your scan probe strength by about 20%. So get those guys. And what I like to get also are electronic and sensor upgrades, sensor boosters, yes. And I would take, well, let's go with the cheap one, guys. And then charge those up with ECCM Script. Okay, guys? ECCM Script. So what these does is they will increase your magnetometric sensor strength. Like in the tooltip, let me just read the tooltip. Larger values reduce the chance of being jammed by ECM and assist in avoiding detection by probes. So imagine you're on a safe spot and someone is scanning you down with combat scanner probes. He definitely will still get you with these modules, but it will be more difficult for him to get you. It will take longer for him, so that you will have time to see those combat scanner probes and run like hell. So this is the fit that I am using, and as you can see, it costs about around 4 to 5 million. It depends on where you buy those, and that's not really a lot. 4 to 5 million is cheap, because if you go and get a full ore hold of gas, you will be close to 20 million if you get a mixture with the low and mid value stuff. If you get only mid, you will go over 20 million, and if you get to the high, you will get a lot of million. So that means if you accomplish one run with full ore, you will have the money for 4 more, or at least for 4 replacements of these ships. Overview settings. We need some settings for our overview, guys. So you will need to add a new tab. Call it however you like. I'm calling it now Explore. Then select that tab, Explore, go to Overview, and go to Open Overview Settings. So there are some things that you will need to adjust here. First of all, we will need Stargate for convenience. What do we need? Warp gate. Wormholes. Yes, wormholes. We need wormholes. Okay, that's enough on this side. We don't need bombs. Survey. Bomb. No, we don't need those. Scanner probe and interdiction probe. We need those, because scanner probes will most likely be combat probes when other players are trying to scan you down, and interdiction probes, if I remember correctly, they are like warp bubbles. Okay, then deployable. Just select everything in deployable, because you will see mobile warp disruptors, mobile depose everything, so that you know someone is active in that system. You can select drones also, just to see if someone is playing right now. People can leave their ships on post stations or something like that, but when you find drones on your D-scan, then you know someone is actively playing right now. And that's why I would press on all fighters too. NPCs no, orbitals no, all ships yes. And control tower, please guys, only select the control tower, because every post needs at least, every post can have and need one control tower to work. So all the other stuff will only crump up your D-scan, and you don't need that. Just one control tower is enough. Station and structure. And oh yes, wait, we need to harvestable cloud. We need to have that on too, because that's harvestable cloud is the gas that you can mine. So where to start, guys? First of all, stick to the high sec at the beginning, guys. For a newcomer, low sec and null sec can be a really dangerous area. I am actually living in null sec with an alliance, so that's the normal way to do it. But for an alpha clone who's starting out, earning some ESC, stay high sec and find wormholes. So I actually found already 2 wormholes in the system, and one is already going to unknown space. What I like to do is, if I find something that's interesting to me, I normally bookmark it. If I don't need anything like that, like data sites, relic sites, or combats, anything like that, I press on it and say ignore result. So it's out of the way. And I also unclick anomalies, unselect anomalies, because I don't care about anomalies, and they will just fill up our scan results, and we don't need that. So I found the unstable wormhole, and what I like to do is save location, and then I put in the ID of the signature that I found, just so that I have a reference. So if I save this now and look here, KRP928 is an unstable wormhole. So if I should move out from the system and come back later, and I see cosmic signature with this ID and see this one, then I know, oh, I already scanned that down, I know what that is, so I don't need to scan it again. Okay, and I already approached the wormhole. So what you need to do next, when you find your wormhole, you go to information, show info, you see an unstable wormhole deep in space. This wormhole seems to lead into unknown parts of space. That's where we want to go. The next few things are informations that you will need too. This wormhole is beginning to decay and probably won't last another day, so we are still good. We can use this wormhole, it won't shut down on us yet. This wormhole has not yet had its stability significantly disrupted by ships passing through it. So if people are going through this wormhole with bigger and bigger ships, this wormhole will start to collapse. But it's actually pretty fresh, this wormhole, so we shouldn't be worried about anything. And the last part is larger ships can pass through this wormhole. Okay. So we just jump through and don't move. When we are on the other side, we don't move. I open up my directional scanner. The first thing you do when you are in wormhole space, press on wormhole, save location, exit to high. Make your bookmark, because that's your life here. Make your bookmark. So when I go to my overview setting and I scan on full range at an angle of 360 degrees, what do I see? I see 3 control towers and a lot of planets. So it does not look bad. So, and I will post a link where you can get more infos on gas cloud harvesting, and which ones you find on the sites. You definitely need to have to check that out. Next thing is, you have to go to Google, type in EVE Online, and then type in the current solar system. So you will get the infos. Is it the C1, C2, C3 or up to C6, which degree this is. And I'm actually uncloaking, so I'm going now to a planet and warp within 100 kilometer. While I'm doing that, I'm opening up my solar system. Press, okay, just let us just warp there first. Still scanning, the scanner looks good. So what I like to do is I start up my save location, put in save spot. So when I press on submit, it will save that exact location at the point where I press submit. So when I go over here and tell him to warp to this planet, then I see my ship moving, and at the desired place I will click submit to have that point as my save spot, so that other people have to scan me down first. So that point seems to be okay. Oh, and when we are in wormhole space already, let's just start our sensor boosters for more ECCM signal strength. So we are ready to warp to our safe spot, so that we are safe and I can talk a little bit more and slower and explain everything. What I was saying is check out on Google the system you're in. You will get informations about the system that you could use. And when you come into wormhole space and you do a first scan and you see a lot of ships, a lot of towers, and very importantly, when you see any mobile disruptors, small, medium, large, doesn't matter which one, if you see a mobile disruptor when you come into a wormhole space, turn around and leave it. Because there are people active in that wormhole space. They will scan you down, they will throw mobile warp disruptor fields, they will catch you. So you don't need to do that bullshit, because there is enough wormhole space for you to explore. So just take another one. Okay, so we are here now. We saved our save spot. We can close this one. So as you can see, we have a lot of cosmic signatures here. And we will just start scanning them down. So guys, as you can see, I was very lucky and I already found 3 gas sites very close together. And while you are scanning, I made it my routine to position my probes, press on analyze, and every time when I press on analyze, I automatically go and press on scan for my directional scanner, so that I'm just up to date and can see what's going on around me. So the next thing I'd like to do is warp to our gas site, get in all my probes, reload, and I'm already selecting a planet, and I'm ready to press the S button to start warping into the planet if enemies are on the site. So as you can see, no one is on the site, and I actually want to get the Fuelrite C50. You can see on the website that I'm linking below which is more valuable, and for me it's this one. So get that, disable our afterburner, stop our ship, select a planet. So what you now have to do is just get everything, keep scanning, and be ready to press the S button. If any enemy should come up, just press S, maybe even a couple of times, to just get out. So guys, as you can see, enemies spawn, so I'm pressing S or pressing on warp so that we can get the hell out. And as you can see, we nearly have 10 million already. And the NPCs here actually are no threat to you at all. That's a piece of cake. The real threat is other players. So I'm already jumping right to the next site. Just keep in mind to have selected a planet so that you can press S or press warp to 0 on your selected item window at the right top corner. So, and when you warp in to another site, be ready to warp out if there are any NPCs. And like you can see here, this site is empty too, so I can start on this side too. And we are nearly half full already, so it looks pretty good right now. Enemy ships on grid, and we are leaving like before too. So as you can see, this is our second site. We nearly have 16 million already in our ore hold. We have 3600 Filarite C50. And now, because we have still some space left in our ore hold, we will go to the last gas site that we looked at before. And on this gas site, I actually want to get C72. It's a minor perimeter reservoir. Keep scanning all the time, guys, just to be safe. And as you can see, this site is also empty. So we can go in, scoop up Filarite C72, and then we are finished. We are already at nearly 16 million, so it should be around 20, I think. That should be possible. So guys, as you can see, we are getting close to being done in the third site. And I just wanted to point out some more things. When you first warp to a gas site, there normally won't be any enemy ships. But when you warp there, a timer will start, and in about something like 15 minutes, enemy will spawn. So if you move to a gas site and it already has enemies in it, then someone else triggered the timer before. The only exception to this is ordinary perimeter reservoirs. If you see any of those, don't go in them, because they always contain enemies. You want to miss on those ones, guys. As you guys can see, I am done with the gas site because our ore hold is already full, and right now I am at 22.8 million ISK worth in gas, and it took me maybe like in 1 hour. So it's pretty easy to do this. And let me just jump into HiSec again. So actually I got mid-value stuff from this wormhole, and you can find even low stuff, but normally you will find this medium stuff pretty often, and there are even high and very high valued gas, but you will find those only in C4, C5 and C6 classed wormholes, if I'm right. And you will find all these specific informations in the link to the website from UniWiki. It's a very good resource. So what do I want to tell you more? Yes, about the threats that you can encounter in this wormhole space. As you did saw, the NPCs are actually piece of cake. They are no threat to you at all. Just miss out on those ordinary perimeter reservoirs. They are dangerous, and other players. So if you see warp bubbles in the system, just leave it. And if this system is occupied by someone, like they have a station there and have more people there, they probably already have the sites scanned down and bookmarked them. That means they will get you even without scanning you down, because they need to. They already have the site. They will open their D-scan, will see, oh, there's a venture, and then will play with the angle to get the right spot, for each site, and when you show up on their D-scan on that angle, then they know, oh, you are in that site, and they can jump right in, and they will probably go with a stealth bomber or a covert ops ship and tackle you right away, and you're screwed. You can't do anything about that. But as you just saw, I tried it right now. First video, first try, no problems at all. Orhold is full with mid-valued stuff, and I'm over 22 million. And for a beginner alpha clone, this is pretty serious money, guys. This is pretty serious money for you, and will give you a good start. So I personally wouldn't do this all this time, but 1-2 times a day maybe, with no problems, just for relaxing and stuff. It's easy. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed the Ninja gas harvesting guide that I put on. If you liked the video, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I will be doing more of this kind of guides for EVE Online, because I am also an active player on EVE Online. And hope to see you soon. Killtech out.